Hello. I am excited to read for you today. Welcome. I'm going to be reading your energy. It is a love reading, and this is to encourage you to keep going towards your dreams and goals and ways of you experiencing the love that you want. You deserve it. You breathe. You be. And so you deserve it. We're going to be getting our mind and perspective a bit more guided in the direction that is going to be different from the past. It's new, it's improved, it's like extreme home makeover, but the heart edition. And we're going to be using the Rider Waite deck. Let me tap it, tap that, tap that. This is something about how in the now, taking random chances of this and that is something that is practiced. I'm getting it's something where you are maturing and understanding what chances in turn of. It's like those random unpredictable things where you're like procrastinating, you're hesitating. It's something where it's like taking action on seeing that you are enough just as you are in way of attracting whoever it is you desire. Know this, okay? The detail of who it is you're desiring, you hold the detail of them within you. I'm like, what? That's right. What you attract is from the detail of what you hold within you as to what detail you have of the outside. How do you define outside of you? This is something where I personally have been revising the way that I see outside, and I see it a lot more in way of a painting palette where it has all the colors, it has all the variety, and me, myself, and I is like the artwork. We are like the canvas. And so using the inspiration from outside, realizing also the inspiration can be misery. Misery can inspire you. Other people around you who hold the miserable connection is also people who it's like subconsciously send you different things in ways where you can see an alternate version and it would be like an alternate universe, but it's within you. Because what is alternate in way of outside is inside. And so you really got to keep remembering love is always felt from within, and it always will be. And it's an omnipresent, like part of you that you yourself have to realign and reconfigure because you got a lot of toxic ties to past people who influence in so many ways where it comes out in ways of feelings where it does not matter in terms of outside, especially when outside tries to give you that miserable energy. All you have to do is listen to it and then you acknowledge it. You accept, hey, I'm feeling this way. Doesn't mean that I'm always going to feel this way. You forgive it, and it's imagine like releasing a balloon. And this balloon is whatever thought, whatever belief that tied you to the misery, that tied you to the feeling of whatever. This is something where you yourself have to take control, y'all, when it comes to love, when it comes to romance, when it comes to anything outside in way of feelings and how it, yeah, feelings can totally, if you don't know how to handle as you mature with age, they can absolutely take over in different ways, in ways that you are not aware of. And it's so cool how love itself is some kind of like, it's like a safe haven for all of feelings where it's not going to be conflicting within you. And so you're going to be a lot more cohesive with outside of you when you can get yourself to really like love and accept everything about you and to try to find some kind of way to prioritize yourself, bettering your life from where it is in way of misery right now within you. Ooh, the Empress. And know that like you already are there. Everything I'm saying in the video subconsciously you'll like keep it in, and it's something where you have to also rid of the rid of the clutter that you've gained subconsciously from other people outside of you, as to them having like a supremo ego and trying to be like, no, this is how life is, you're doing it wrong, when in reality everyone's doing right in way of life. It's the whole standard, it's the whole form, the whole lifestyle that, it's just like wearing clothes, you style yourself differently, but in every single style, y'all, you'll look different. Like in every single lifestyle it will be different, but it's your life, it's your fashion sense. You know what I mean? So the sense is really, if you want to get individualized with yourself, that's how you really like, you have your physical, emotional, mental, spiritual sensations is something where it's really important to keep in aware of when it comes to love as well. And when it comes to just who you are within, that you might not even be aware of. And it's something where it's like you just have to accept in way where outside is like also whatever. Like it's something where it's not even for you to understand outside, in the way where if it doesn't make sense as to like why someone else's opinion is about you doing life wrong when they themselves don't have their life going right. That's what I mean. It's something where taking opinions with, I just heard like taking opinions and trying to pick it up as if it's a grain of rice with chopsticks. Okay. Now you might have expertise in that, which is awesome. Experience. Like, first and foremost, it kind of is like love sometimes is picking up rice, like a piece of rice. Is it a grain of rice? Well, a little piece of rice, right? With chopsticks, right? There are some people born in families that is very healthy, that's very much so cohesive. And there's also people who heal from very toxic pasts and way of seeing what love is from other people outside. And there's also people who don't heal, who still remain toxic. Love is a game. It's something where you'll notice within you and the way that you love yourself and the way you talk to yourself if the game has changed. All right. And it's something where, yo, that's something in turn for you to realize that it's also within you where the game changes. So you kind of have to also allow yourself to open up in way of, in terms of this, it doesn't have to be so serious. In terms of it, there can, it's like the seriousness is like boundaries I'm getting, and then the fun, right? The youthfulness. Where like with romance, it's about that compatibility of inner child, y'all. Where how can you keep both of you, whoever it is, or all of you, right? Whoever's in the connection for your romance, like the numbers, it's whatever. Consenting, totally have that. You know what I mean? It's like something where you yourself within you is cohesive at the very beginning before you connect with anyone else. And also realizing that there's something where you yourself, it's like kind of like wondering if you're at the level, if you will. Like if you're at the standard where you are attracting who you want to attract. It's realizing that you already are at that standard. It's something about practice creates master, makes master. So definitely this is all about your individual traditions and ways of having to deal with love, and having to see in way of inspiration with the Page of Pentacles, definitely looking at that pretty coin. You yourself, all right? You're the inspiration. You're the coin. You're what will attract whoever it is that you want to be in your life. And there's something where the freedom of expression and giving your opinion is very attractive. Someone who is free in way of them showing the world who they are is very attractive. It helps other people who also maybe struggle in ways of showing and giving their opinion. It's almost like you yourself, as a person, you're a safe haven for people to express themselves freely in a way where it won't also be scarring, where like you're not critical, you're not a criticism kind of crusty. Okay, like you're definitely loving to keep, if you will, your own judgment on the crusties to a nil, to a 0%, where you release how you judge outside. All right. I know it's like, what? But imagine replacing how you judge others with unconditional love and understanding that we're all just trying our best in that moment, in that day, with separately, individually, we all got a job in that moment. And a lot of people together in that moment, I'm getting sometimes, and you too get lost in the sauce of the past. And it's the whole stamina. Yeah, the whole stamina. That word is like, it sounds like stadium to me, but it's stamina. The whole stamina and perseverance of continuing forth, knowing that you yourself hold the key to success that unlocks you in ways of meeting people that you want to. The key to success is also within the way that you see yourself as the key. You are enough to receive whatever it is that you right now might be filling yourself with doubt of. Right now, your insecurities might be screaming at you that you're not enough in a certain way, when in reality, you are just enough. Like, there's nothing in way of you less than. Actually, you're more than. And so when you realize in way of the insecurities, it's gonna allow you to work on your self-esteem, allow you to work on the way you see yourself within the way your mind works. All right. And realizing that in this very moment, and me too, like allowing yourself to accept yourself is like unlocking, okay, the literal magical jackpot where that rainbow is. It's like that intuition too. It's something about too accepting yourself, how you feel, allow yourself to forgive it. You'll It's like you'll receive intuitive messages where it might have been hard to hear yourself, hear your voice. It's understandable. It's hard to hear yourself when other people have like screamed their opinion about how you should live, how you should be, when again, look at how people live their own lives. Are they actually living it in ways that you want? Like, is their romance going well? So definitely realize that even though you see yourself a certain way, it is, I'm getting a bit still complex, where in more of a healthier way, it's a lot more simple for you to see yourself. Um, oh my gosh. Emotional hoarding is an actual thing. I looked it up, and I personally come from people who hoard, and it's like an actual like coping mechanism for emotional stuff. So I'm really excited to learn that emotional hoarding is a thing, because I've realized I myself was like this. So if you yourself are like empathic, if you're sensitive, however it is that you identify, if it's hard for you to see yourself, hear yourself, it might be emotional hoarding, which is no problem once you realize, oh, like for me, I am accepting, yes, the emotional exhaustion is from my emotional hoarding onto other people's opinions, onto how other people should live. And it's something so freeing when I do this, when I say that, in ways of realizing I can, and it is actually a lot more healthier for me to forgive and release all of what I've emotionally hoarded onto from the past. And it's miraculous for me in the personal sense, where my manifestations, there was a lot of holdups for me. all of this is like so weird where like obstacles get released. It's like these feelings get released and I can be in my body in like a safe way. So it's amazing for me. But if you want to check out emotional hoarding, check it out. It's incredible to just be aware of that that is something that emotionally can happen. And yo, knowledge is power and it's a lot of responsibility. But yo, if your like family has had issues in the past, if people have been grumpy, if it's been like kind of abusive, I'm just kind of recalling all of my stuff that I've dealt with where I've always felt guilty and shameful for always feeling certain things with people when in reality learning how to forgive is helping me reconnect like with my family in like a healthy way where it's like unconditional love and it's something where I have to work on the conditions that I set myself up, the standard that I set myself up, the love that I also expect other people to have. It's like this really incredible thing of realizing that it's like relieving all of these different ways where I'm like, I have to live this way, I have to live that way, and just accept in ways of living life intuitively. And like, it's something so miraculous for me, y'all, where like things be happening in the best of ways. It's amazing. From bitter to better. Yes. Ooh, right? From bitter to better. That is like, I guess one quote that I could say with the death card would be that egoically, you died. And it was from like a love based romantic sense where you like had also like hopes and dreams and you came out bitter, bitter, like ice age, totally understandable, reasonable. Hopefully, realizing that a lot of that bitter was from BS, lies, where other people try to convince you in ways of trying to manipulate your own truth, trying to manipulate your own experiences. The truth of what you experienced is 100% correct. All right. And it's so incredible that realizing that, you'll realize what like is controlling you and way of feelings where it's like manipulating you to not step forward in the way that you want to because of your because like the confidence goes down, the lower vibrations go up, the insecurities go up. And so when you allow yourself to even release doubt and say, I trust what I am doing right now. I trust I am on the path that I am meant to be on. I trust in myself. Boom. Yeah, microphone drop. I won't though. I won't, but like that. So yeah. So that's the energy. That's the reading. I hope that this has helped you in your love life. More than anything, I hope it helps you with just life and the way that emotions are in it to win it, bae. All right. I'll see you in another video. Bye.